It's now that time of year again. We are fast approaching team of the season, and with it, I'm preparing. I'm trying to stack as many packs as possible now so that once team of the season does finally arrive, I'm able to open them in hopes that I could get a team of the season. If not, all the players that I am able to get will be recycled back into other packs, which will give me a higher chance the following week of hopefully packing someone good. But for all of this to happen, I'm grinding packs right now, and in today's video I'm going to go through step by step in the order in which I'm doing it. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than SkyCoach. You can get as many coins as you want. It's a fast and safe delivery, and of course we cannot forget that it's cheap. You will be able to get a lot more for your money using SkyCoach to buy FIFA coins than if you was to go and buy FIFA points. You simply highlight how many coins you want, you choose your platform, and you place your order. And those coins will be added to your account within 1 hour. So if you do really want to get ahead of most people in Ultimate Team, there is a link in the description down below, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get 10% off your purchase. So firstly, let's highlight the most obvious way. I'm going through Division Rivals, Champions Playoffs, and the FUT Finals. These are some of the best packs that you can get within Ultimate Team just for playing games. But really, I'm not going to be playing games. We've hit that point in Ultimate Team where gameplay just feels like a drag. It's not as enjoyable as what it once was. But because I know that every single year Team of the Season is my favorite time of the year, that I want to force myself. But it does mean that I'm going to be doing this in the laziest way possible. So with Division Rivals, you either have the option to get 4 wins or 8 wins to get your rewards. And I'm going to be doing the bare minimum. My goal is to get 4 wins every single week, but if I do need to get more games in because I don't have enough qualification points, then I'm going to try and push a bit higher. But I just want to make sure that I am getting packs from this game mode. So every single week, the minimum is going to be 4 wins. If I get all the way out to 8 wins, great. But I am certainly not going higher than that because there is no real reason to do so. You're not going to be getting a better reward unless you're climbing divisions. And even then, especially if you're trying to get to the higher divisions, the time that it takes you to actually do this for the reward payout that you get really isn't worth it. So I'm either going to get my 4 wins or 8 wins and then be done. With the FUT Champions Playoffs, I'm trying to do the bare minimum again. I'm getting 4 wins and then I'm forfeiting the rest, which will take me up to the 20 points that I need, and that will give me a qualification token. Yet again, I get to claim the rewards from all of this, and then I can just move on to the next. In some rare instances, and this does depend on whether or not I have the time, as well as if I'm actually enjoying gameplay, if I do manage to start through the Champions Playoffs and get 4 wins in a row, I might continue. I might try and get as many wins as possible, but there's probably only going to be 1 or 2 instances at the max where this could potentially happen between now and Team of the Season. Because even if I get into that situation where I win 4 games right at the beginning, but I just don't have time, then I still am going to forfeit all of these games. And this brings us to the FUT Champions Finals. And yep, you guessed it, I'm probably going to forfeit the majority of my games again. Yet again, it does depend on if I have time as well as if gameplay is good. But in most cases, probably about 50, maybe 75% of the games that I go to, I'll score an own goal, quit, give the win to my opponent, and carry on progressing. This still doesn't mean that I'm going to be losing the majority of the games, because after a while you come up to opponents who are intended to do the same thing. And even at this stage of Ultimate Team, there will be people that will score an own goal and gift you the win, but of course there's also going to be people that just quit at 0-0, they get the loss and the game doesn't even count for you. This in itself is going to bring in packs. Once these are done, I will be doing a few games on squad battles. Yet again, nothing too crazy, but if I can get a few thousand points every single week, this is enough for me to claim a few gold packs, which even though they do not have the highest chance of being able to get anything good, there is still a chance. And for me, the time that it takes to just do this a few times per week is worth doing. Now, let's go to the real areas that I'm going to be focusing on. This is SBCs and objectives. With SBCs, it goes without saying, there's content every single week. I'm avoiding anything that's going to be given a player reward because obviously that has no benefit. And I feel for me at this stage of Ultimate Team, if I was going to go for a player like that, it needs to be someone amazing, someone that I know that I'm going to be using even after Team of the Season. But when I'm seeing players which I know would likely have a higher rated card in just a few months, there's just no reason for me to go for them, especially with the hefty price tags that some of these have. But of course, we're talking about grinding packs. So anything that's going to be marquee matchups, upgrades, anything like that, I am spending a lot of time going through. This does also mean that I am going through the bronze pack method. And yes, the bronze pack method isn't the best way to build up coins, but it is a pretty good way to build up your club for a fairly low price. You just need to spend the time going through it. Every now and then when I can't be bothered to play games and I just have nothing else to do because I've completed my SBCs and my objectives for the day, I will go through bronze packs. I will use those bronze players to upgrade to silver players, and gradually over time they'll get upgraded to eventually be gold upgrades. Objectives will be the easiest place that you will be able to grind packs. This is where I'm spending the most of my time. For some of the best rewards, it may require you to do certain challenges within game modes, such as division rivals, squad battles, or even friendlies. And when I am playing through division rivals and squad battles, I will be going through them, as said, doing the bare minimum, but I will also include and make sure that they overlap into objectives so that I'm maximizing the time that I am spending into these game modes. With friendlies, it's not as bad. I actually enjoy playing friendlies and I'm more up for it, even though there is no overall reward from friendlies themselves. You will just get coins from the match, and in a lot of cases, if you go into a friendly game mode and you manage to score early on, chances are they're probably going to forfeit anyway. So any challenges which require you to score with a certain type of player are going to be fairly easy. It gets even easier if you're able to double this up because you need to win a certain amount of games within a certain friendly game mode. You can actually do this relatively quickly, and in a lot of cases you can end up with better rewards than if you were to go through some of the other game modes for the time that you spend. I'm hoping now that I'm able to build up a couple hundred packs just from objectives and SBCs themselves, and then I'm hoping before Team of the Season that EA is going to release even more content for those that do like to prepare for these massive game modes, like they have done over the past couple of years. So that'll hopefully add even more packs to this. And then of course, we can't forget that during Team of the Season that these both will simultaneously be getting a lot of content. It's easy for EA and the community somewhat enjoys it. So hopefully objectives and SBCs will be carrying me to go and get quite a few Team of the Season players. Now, of course, these aren't the only game modes, but these are the ones that I'm focusing on. With Foot Draft, I'm not really going to do it unless I get a draft token. In previous years, what I would do is load up on 12,000, maybe 24,000 FIFA points just a couple months before Team of the Season, and then I would use all of those FIFA points to go through draft. But this year, I'm just really not feeling it. If you are putting on FIFA points, then this is the best way to go. So much better, and you're going to be getting a lot more for your money than if you did just go and buy FIFA points and then use those to immediately buy packs during Team of the Season. But of course, with this, it means that you need to put a lot more time in, as you need to build up before Team of the Season by going into Foot Draft. With Foot Moments as well, it's not really a game mode that I'm going to be focusing on. Earlier on in the year, I've done a few videos saying that Foot Moments can be good if you're trying to grind rewards, but unfortunately it's limited, and this is what really sets it back. You're limited in two areas. Firstly, because EA isn't really pushing that much content to this game mode. And unfortunately, most of the time, it's set on the lowest possible difficulty. You can't increase it. And because you're not able to increase it, it's boring, plus it's not as rewarding. You're not able to get as many foot stars on amateur difficulty than if you were to go on ultimate, but there is no option for ultimate. And then of course, even once you do build up enough foot stars, the store itself is still based on a season by season basis. The normal gold packs are available all year round, but the good rewards are based on your seasonal rewards. And even with them, normally you can only open one every season. I would like to see EA push a bit more content to this during Team of the Season, but considering they haven't done it at all throughout the whole year, I doubt it's going to happen. In all honesty, I did spend time before Team of the Year grinding out this game mode and it wasn't worth it, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to focus my attention on doing a bare minimum within division rivals, champions playoffs, the finals and squad battles, and then a huge majority of my attention is going to be on SBCs, objectives, and then friendlies, only because friendlies would then link into objectives. It would be sick if EA did release any types of swaps before all of this happens, because swaps are always great. Very easy to do, yet again in a lot of cases requires you to go through division rivals, squad battles or friendlies in order to get the swap tokens, and the swap tokens you can go and use for some of the lower end rewards, which would still give you 83 plus player packs with there being 10 players within them. And they normally pay out pretty well. If you're able to build up a bit more, maybe you can get 83 times 20 or even some 85 plus player packs. This will really increase your chances. My goal is to have a couple hundred at the least. I would ideally like to have around 5, maybe 600 packs for Team of the Season. And then of course on a weekly basis after the Premier League Team of the Season, they will just be recycled every single week. The players that are not the players that I was hoping for, just high rated fodder, would be recycled back into more SBCs so that the following week I can go through the whole process again in hopes to get a Team of the Season for a different Team of the Season that is released. Overall, should be opening thousands of packs, but in order for that to happen, I'm starting my grind now. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.